watching CIO News. I'm Khushbu Soni, the founder and chief editor at CIO News. I am very excited, first of all, to be here for one of the flagship event of Avaya in Mumbai, Journeys with Avaya. I'm happy to share the screen with my guest for this interview. I have Philip Damit, the Group Vice President for India, Greater China, Asia Pacific region. Thank you so much, Philip, for joining and sharing the screen with me.
My pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Philip, first of all, I heard it's your first trip in India. How has it been? Tell us, how's your first
experience? It's been incredible. It's been full on. It's been mind-blowing, actually, to be honest with you. There's so many... I could talk about it for hours, so I won't.
Yeah.
But the scale, the warmth, the reception has been beyond expectation. It really has. The cultural aspects and just how important they are for all facets, and just actually the lamplighting process that we went through, the celebration, is such a beautiful thing. I think the thing that's been stand out for me, other than the roads and the difficulty of driving, that's interesting, is just the warmth and the trust and the relationships and just how crucial they are, and how long-standing these relationships are. It's so ingrained in the operating culture of the country, but from a business point of view, just how much that stands out. So that's been really incredible. Yeah.
Lovely. And you just spoke about the lamplighting, so congratulations on the big launch of Avaya Experience Platform. It was fantastic. I saw it myself and I loved the experience itself in the room. I think it was very inspiring to watch the whole launch that happened, and really looking forward to that. But first of all, just wanted to understand, you've recently joined Avaya a couple of months back, and so why do you think, what was your appointment for? How do you bring, your expertise for Avaya? What's Avaya's vision in building the customer experience space?
Yeah, I think, as I was saying earlier, it's such a privilege to be given the opportunity to lead the Avaya APAC business. And as part of the operational business transformation of the business, we've refactored the organisation into a 3-theatre operating model. So going back to, if you like, a classical 3-theatre operating model, which really was designed around trying to focus resources and investment as close to the customer and the partner as possible. And when you think about our vision, which was presented to me as part of the conversation, our innovation without disruption story, that resonated for me in terms of my experience in and around the customer experience space for too many years now in some ways.
Right.
I've seen so many industry changes and cycles. If you go back in time 3, 4, 5 years ago, the whole idea of innovation was, well, to achieve innovation, you really need to re-platform your technology stack to achieve that.
Right.
And that comes with pain, cost, resource drain, etc. So the innovation without disruption story for me just really resonated, because if Avaya can, and at this point we are executing on that vision, and the Avaya Experience Platform is at the cornerstone of how we deliver that innovation without disruption. And what that really means is, for organisations, this idea that they can choose their own journey. You don't necessarily need to rip and replace the investment that you've made over many, many years, operationally, integration, customisation. You can leverage that, but genuinely access innovation, be it digital, be it automation, be it AI, machine learning, whatever the case may be, by accessing all these different delivery methodologies, but still maintaining a common single platform. So for me, that was really powerful. So the opportunity to build that go-to-market with an incredible talent pool of Avaya, and just even the last 3 days, to see the loyalty, the love from partners and customers with Avaya it's really powerful. It's wonderful.
Fantastic. What's your take about the India market from a customer experience perspective?
I was saying to someone earlier, in every meeting that I've had so far, there's been a number of meetings.
The last 3 days,
that's
you
right.
mentioned.
It's been the cornerstone of every conversation. And the things that people talk about at a global level, that customer experience is super important.
Yeah.
When you think about the scale here, that's mind-blowing. The perspective of that's incredible. And therefore the competition that just permeates the entire country. The thing that stood out for me as one of the key things that just consistently is this pace of innovation that is injected into so many of the conversations I'm hearing. So if you apply that together, pace of innovation, competitive landscape, organisations understanding the criticality of customer experience, because the barrier to movement is so low in such a competitive space that, and one of the examples I'll talk about is I had a privilege to meet an incredibly unique financial services organisation yesterday morning. And their vision of products that they want to bring to market, their primary driver in terms of differentiation is true customer experience offering for their customers, consumers. It just really lands, doesn't it? Because when you think about that, unless you're dealing at such a level that you're delivering that quality of service, then the propensity of that customer to stay is low. The propensity to be an advocate, if it's high, is so strong. So that's been really resonating in a lot of the conversations from an India market perspective.
Right, absolutely. And also I feel one is the regional, in India itself, regional differences as well as the generations, right? So now Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas, it is very competitive.
Gen Alphas, this is a new term I haven't even heard.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm getting old.
But yeah, I mean, with all the conversations that I've been having, I know it's very tricky and customer experience has become one of the biggest priority for every organization today. Tell us about Avaya's vision for the India market.
Well, I mean, in many ways you've said it. When you think about the different demographics, the different nuances from a market perspective, regional, metropolitan, different, economic backgrounds as well.
Yeah.
The realization of the situation really is, unless you've got an adaptive platform that has the capacity to adjust to all those different, maybe in kind of classical traditional business terms, market segments, but not only you've got market segments, we've got, to your point, all these things. So how do you flex to that different, incredibly different dynamic between different customers? Our view is that this orchestration engine kind of concept, if you like, the Avaya Experience Platform, is the optimal model in our view based on customer feedback, because what it means is not only do organisations have the opportunity to choose their own journey, whether it's an on-prem delivery methodology, it's a hybrid, it's private, or it's public cloud. The flexibility there for the organisation to have a unified customer journey, a unified customer view, and it means that if the customer wants to access digital channels, automation, they natively can from the Avaya Experience Platform, which is obviously an area of interest for maybe the younger generations who don't want to use the phone. However, if the interaction becomes very sensitive or personal or complex, you may want to elevate that or graduate that to a voice call for many, many reasons. But if you want to bring in a third-party application, it might be an organisation's own LLM for a particular Gen AI use case, and you don't want to inhibit the flexibility for the organisation to do that. So not only we talk about this native capability that's always extending and expanding from an innovation perspective, but we also don't inhibit organisations the flexibility to bring their own capability that they've built themselves. Or a strong alliance partner of Avaya's, like a LivePerson or a Verint or whatever. So that flexibility we think is so crucial to your question. In such a dynamic market,
it is.
It really becomes very evident. Yeah.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Fantastic. I think this has been a great conversation, and I think it would be very helpful for all our viewers to understand, what's the vision of Avaya going forward. And fantastic. I think it was good. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
And all the very best for journeys with Avaya in other cities.
Thank you.
I think it's a global event that's happening.
it
So
is.
great. All the best and lovely talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.